And the Nobel goes to tiny molecules. Gather round, science fans. It's Nobel Prize time again. This year, the coveted prize in medicine goes to two brilliant minds who dared to explore the microscopic world within our cells. Give it up for Victor Ambros and Gary Ruvkun, the dynamic duo who unveiled the secrets of microRNA. These tiny molecules, you see, are like the unsung heroes of our genetic orchestra. They might be small, but they hold the power to fine-tune which genes get to play their tunes and which ones are silenced. Ambros and Ruvkun's journey began decades ago, and their story is a testament to the power of curiosity and perseverance. They faced skepticism, limited technology, and the sheer complexity of the cellular world. But they persisted, driven by the thrill of the unknown. Their discovery? Groundbreaking! It's like finding out that our DNA, the blueprint of life, isn't set in stone. It's more like a dynamic library, constantly being edited and annotated by these tiny microRNA molecules. Genes, more like guidelines really. We often think of our genes as this rigid set of instructions, passed down from generation to generation. But hold on, it turns out things are a bit more flexible down there in the cellular world. Genes contain the blueprints for proteins, the workhorses of our cells. But not all genes are active all the time. Imagine a cell with thousands of blueprints scattered around. Which ones get picked up and used? That's where microRNA steps in, acting like a meticulous librarian. These tiny molecules decide which blueprints are important at any given moment. They can tag a blueprint for destruction, effectively silencing the gene, or they can give it a boost, increasing protein production. Talk about micromanagement. MicroRNA, the tiniest puppeteer. Picture this, a bustling cellular factory with proteins being assembled, transported, and put to work. Now imagine tiny microRNA molecules flitting around, attaching themselves to genetic messages and dictating the pace of production. These minuscule puppeteers don't directly build the proteins themselves. Instead, they act as master regulators, controlling the flow of genetic information from DNA to protein. They're like the stage managers of the cellular world, ensuring the show goes on smoothly. And trust me, the show is complex. Cells are constantly adapting to their environment, responding to signals from neighboring cells, and carrying out their specialized functions. Without microRNA keeping things in check, chaos would reign. Cancer's nemesis? We can only hope. Now, let's talk about the big C. Cancer. This dreaded disease often arises from errors in our DNA, causing cells to grow and divide uncontrollably. It turns out that microRNA plays a role here too, and scientists are buzzing with excitement. You see, in some cancers, microRNA levels go haywire. Some are overproduced, while others are suppressed. This imbalance disrupts the delicate balance of gene regulation, contributing to the uncontrolled growth of cancer cells. Researchers are now exploring ways to manipulate microRNA levels, hoping to develop new cancer therapies. Imagine being able to target specific microRNAs to halt tumor growth or even prevent cancer altogether. It's a long shot, but the potential is enormous. From worm guts to Nobel gold. The story of microRNA's discovery begins, surprisingly, in the humble intestines of a tiny worm called C. elegans. It was there, in the early 1990s, that Victor Ambros stumbled upon a strange phenomenon. He noticed that a particular gene in these worms was producing two different versions of its RNA message, one slightly longer than the other. The shorter version, it turned out, was our mysterious microRNA in disguise. At the time, this finding seemed like a mere curiosity, an anomaly limited to these microscopic worms. Little did Ambros know that he had stumbled upon a fundamental regulatory mechanism present in almost all living organisms. The scientific community yawns, then scrambles. As is often the case with groundbreaking discoveries, Ambros's initial findings were met with a collective shrug from the scientific community. Interesting, they said, but probably just a quirk of worm biology. But then, enter Gary Ruvkun. Working independently, Ruvkun discovered a second microRNA, this time in a different species. And guess what? It was strikingly similar to the one Ambros had found. This was no coincidence. Suddenly, the scientific world woke up. Could these tiny molecules be more than just a worm oddity? Could they be universal regulators of gene expression? The race was on to find out. MicroRNA, a goldmine for future medicine? Fast forward to today, and the field of microRNA research is booming. Scientists are uncovering new microRNAs at an astonishing rate, and we're only beginning to scratch the surface of their functions. The potential applications in medicine are vast. Imagine using microRNA profiles to diagnose diseases early on, even before symptoms appear, or delivering synthetic microRNAs to silence overactive genes or boost the production of beneficial ones. We're talking personalized medicine, tailored therapies, and a whole new understanding of how our bodies work. It's an exciting time to be a scientist, especially one studying these tiny but mighty molecules. Unlocking Life's Instruction Manual. The discovery of microRNA has revolutionized our understanding of how genetic information is translated into the breathtaking complexity of life. It's like finding a hidden layer of instructions within our DNA, a secret code that fine-tunes everything from development to disease. Before microRNA, we thought we had a pretty good grasp of how genes worked, but their discovery revealed a whole new level of regulation, an intricate network of checks and balances that ensures the smooth functioning of our cells. It's like realizing that the instruction manual for building a human being wasn't just a linear set of instructions, but a dynamic, interactive program, constantly adapting and responding to its environment. From simple cells to complex beings. Thank you, microRNA. One of the biggest mysteries in biology is how organisms of such staggering diversity can arise from a relatively similar set of genes. Think about it. A tiny fruit fly and a giant blue whale share a surprising amount of genetic material. So, how do we get such different creatures from such similar blueprints? MicroRNA provides a crucial part of the answer. By fine-tuning gene expression, these tiny molecules allow for an incredible diversity of protein production from a limited set of genes. They're like the master chefs of the genetic kitchen, taking the same basic ingredients and creating an endless variety of dishes. A toast to the Nobel laureates. So, let's raise a glass to Victor Ambros and Gary Ruvkun, the pioneers who dared to explore the microscopic world within our cells and emerged with a discovery that has transformed our understanding of life itself. Their work is a testament to the power of curiosity, the importance of basic research, and the boundless potential of the human mind to unravel the mysteries of the universe, one tiny molecule at a time. Congratulations, gentlemen. You've earned your place in the pantheon of scientific giants. To watch more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel.